ABC's General Hospital Sports revealed that Trina and Spencer settled a misunderstanding after he released a video of his escape from prison to save Trina at her trial. Finally, Trina was vindicated after a long time trying to find evidence. Trina thought she would be charged when no evidence found was in Esme, but unexpectedly Spencer found and used his method to save her, which means he may have to go to prison before this. Spencer's crime was quite serious when he escaped from prison without anyone knowing. The police who looked after him at the time would also be punished. The story this time was extremely popular and the reporters covered it, causing Spencer to be criticized by many people. Spencer faces several years in prison if the criticism isn't reduced and the matter calms down. Trina deeply regrets blaming Spencer for the past time, and now because of her he will have to go to prison, making her extremely regretful. Perhaps Trina and Spencer will also face their true feelings before this happens. Trina will find a way to help Spencer get the lightest sentence. How will Spencer be judged on the escape? Will Trina and Spencer make it through all the hard times to get together? What will happen? Meanwhile, Joss and Cameron argue even more fiercely after Spencer saves Trina in court. Joss soon suspected Cameron was hiding something from her when he saw him talking to Spencer. Joss repeatedly asked, but Cameron refused to speak out, causing the two of them to have a cold war during this time. Joss and Cameron both want to save Trina, and this still cannot be hidden. Joss, but I don't understand why Cameron chose to hide it. Cameron's do so greatly affected the trust between them and affected the relationship. When Joss learned the truth, he was even more angry at Cameron and Spencer's concealment. Of course, Joss was happy that Trina was saved, but what she couldn't accept was that Cameron and Spencer hid her as well. They were best friends, and she didn't understand why she was separated like this. Perhaps Joss will be angry and say goodbye to Cameron. What will Cameron do about Joss's anger and farewell? Can you hold on to this love? Besides, the love story of Dante and Sam is also quite complicated. When Sam realizes that he still loves Drew and is intending to break up with Dante, and Dante at this time still doesn't know what happened and is happily planning to propose to her when they successfully open their detective office. Dante had his resignation letter ready when they opened the detective agency. Sam was initially very happy about this, but since when she has learned that Drew and Carly have grown closer and can move towards each other, Sam was so afraid of losing Drew that she thought she would choose him and break up with Dante. Just when Sam was determined to confess her feelings and break up with Dante, she discovered she was pregnant. This caused all of Sam's plans to stop and not know how to solve it. Sam won't leave the baby because he will be very sorry for the baby. Dante would make a good husband and father if she chose him. But will Sam put aside his findings for Drew to be with Dante and give him his son a father? How will Sam decide? How will Sam deal with his feelings? How will things turn out?